Yep, there it is. I knew I heard creepy crawlies. Hey, dog. Better back off. And have to take you and your whole brood out. I don't know how many are under there. This was probably a really... Oh, crap. This was probably a really bad idea to leave it hollow under here. I was planning I'll probably build some sort of basement type thing that'll be lit up and then it doesn't matter. But that doesn't exist yet. So, for now we have a mostly hollow hole. Perfect for these things to spawn in. Please die. Oh, okay. Thank God. Only one. That's not too big of a deal. But you know what I would like to do, just so I don't constantly hear the sound of creepy crawlies under me, is I think we're going to fill this in. So, hello survivors, and welcome to We Who Survived. My name is James, and this is episode 26 of season 2 of The Hunter. And we are going to start very boring. I'm going to fill the underside of here with dirt. So that's just gonna take a little bit. I was starting to form other plans in my head, how I want to work on the forge and stuff, and then I just could not get over the fact I was constantly hearing a creepy crawly. Turned out underneath me, which was better than outside, and definitely easier to take out. So yeah, I'm gonna start trying to fill this in a little bit. I don't know if I have enough dirt to fill it in all the way, but even if I only get most of it, that's fine. Lowering the likelihood of them spawning down here sounds great. And then when I need a basement or whatever in here, if I want it, then I'll just dig it out. That's not a huge deal. So, current objective, fill this hole with dirt. Welcome to my riveting gameplay. Let's go. Alright, sweet. We are definitely going to have enough dirt. So, I had to break into my medium fertility soil, which I didn't want to do, but I found a bunch of extra medium fertility soil I didn't know I had in one of the baskets. I had like an extra 3 or 4 stacks, so using something I didn't even know I had, I will accept that loss. And there's still plenty of medium fertility soil everywhere. It's not like I'm running out. And now hopefully we're like not hollow under the forge. And hopefully no creepy crawlies will spawn. I think I may have accidentally left like a few single blocks just because I was going fast. But I feel like they can't spawn in a one single block wide thing. I don't know. I guess we'll find out if I start hearing stuff again. Alright, so now we can really start playing. I just didn't want to be a paranoid mess. So, what are we doing this episode is a really good question. Dang it. Okay, it's good and bad. I do have meat to cook, which is good because you can always just use more crocs. Looks like I don't have any fruits. Yeah, I mean, this is the only place I would have put them. Plenty of vegetables, obviously. So we might just make a meat and vegetable stew. I feel like I should run out and look for berries nearby, though. There's got to be at least a random bush or two that's full of berries. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy because it is sort of winter and there's a lot of creatures out there. I think I'll make a quick run to check for berries, and then when I probably find nothing, I'll come back and we'll just make meat and vegetable stew. Not sure how much of this I'll show you because much like filling in a hole with dirt, sitting here and cooking is so boring. So it goes. Yep, I can't mix grain. Okay, I was gonna see if I can mix grain. That would have been a very acceptable substitute for fruit, but I cannot mix grain, not for the stew. All right, so we're gonna go look for berries for sure. BRB. Alright, technically that was a fail for the goal, but it wasn't a total bust. I don't think there's going to be any flowering, berrying bushes right now. At least not in my local area. I've either stripped them or the rabbits have, so that's fine. I'll just do meat and vegetable stew. And now I did get more meat when I was out there, and I got some skins for leather, so it was not all a loss, to be honest. I recovered a little bit. I could have got a lot more, but since I was like right by my base, I don't want to take everything out with spring coming up. I doubt we're gonna quite have the time for animal husbandry this year, but if I do, I need stuff alive around me, so I can't kill everything. Oh, nice. Those are 4 medium hides. All right, so now I got 12. So we have at least one more run of leather I can do now. We'll probably just go dunk that straight in a limestone barrel before we cook. And then I'm going to start making some meat and vegetable stews. And that should about handle the most boringest of all the chores. Probably when I've been recording for an hour and a half already. But so it goes. And then we could do something with the forge. I think I want to do potentially the windows for sure. And then I would like to see if I can start work on a second story platform up there. Not so sure how I want to do that, but mainly because if I do that, then I can have a nice little ladder access to the roof from the inside, which is what I would really like to do. All right, I gotta go drop this leather while that's cooking. Yeah, and now I'm just gonna cook. So there's not much to that. I will see you people somewhere. But I'm probably done talking to myself for now. I just gotta watch this pot, really. Dang it. Okay, I can do 2 vegetables. I definitely knew that. I definitely did that in run 1. For some reason, I made like 4 crocs with a single vegetable, and then it finally hit my late, tired after work brain that, hey dummy, why don't you try and put a second vegetable in there? Obviously grain doesn't work, but 2 vegetables doubles your vegetable satiety, and it should make the crocs actually more filling. So I'm an idiot, but now I know for next time. Hopefully there is no next time. I just want fruits. So it was calm out there. Now it switched to high. And then worse than that, I have a storm approaching warning. So I haven't got the imminent warning yet, but I am nearly done cooking. So I think as soon as I'm done cooking, we'll hit the bed. I have a real bed, so it's 8.5 hours. And hopefully if I haven't received the imminent warning yet, I still just happen to sleep long enough to sleep through it. I think the storms are only really like 5 or 6 hours. It feels like a long time, but it's not really a long time in game. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully sleep right through that, and then we'll get to happy fun time on the forge. We're not yet to the point where I quite want to deal with storms. I need some sort of setup to purposefully kill the creatures, and then we can start harvesting all kinds of good stuff. Sweet, I think that means we slept through it. Yep, seems to be waning. Alrighty, cool. Cool. The storm basically didn't even happen. I love that mod because I could still quote-unquote get around storms, but I basically just have to sit in a dirt hole for 5 or 6 hours. I'd rather just sit in my bed for 5 or 6 hours, because either way, in the early game, I'm just not dealing with the storms. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to get up to next. We're going to do something forge related for sure. I got to get in there, have a look around, and maybe see what I should be prioritizing. I don't have a real plan besides before the episode is over, I would like to get the windows done or started on the forge, but I'm sort of worried about materials. We should probably actually do something practical, like get some iron bars going or something too. Oh no, you know what needs to change? Look at this poultry storage situation. Okay. I want nice labeled bins, chests. I want like I see people, you could put a sign on your chest, and then when you do that, you could write like coal, charcoal or whatever, and then I could write like ores. I want to do that. I want a nice, neat looking inventory area in here. But I only have one hammer too. So I think first things first, I'm going to crank out a couple hammers. And then we'll probably do some strips and nails from my bronze bars. Do like 2 bars worth. And then with that, I'll have what I need to make some chests as well as a little extra. Besides the nails, it's just planks, I believe. So it's really not a huge deal to make chests. You just need the nails. That's the only thing that's sort of frustrating. So let me get some hammers so I feel safe with my hammer amount. So if something breaks, I'm not hammerless. And then I'll do the strips and nails. And then we'll build some chests. And then my inventory in here should be nice and neat. Let's see. Alright, cool. So the hammers are done and the nails are done. That really wasn't too bad. I love having these to help me out, especially with the bars and the blooms and stuff. Alright, so we got plenty of hammers to make stuff for now because the iron gets really good durability. So 3 hammers is plenty to keep us going for a little while. But more importantly, I can now make chests or trunks or whatever. So I think I'll probably make like 2 trunks and label them and do one for ores and one for coals. I think that'll probably be the plan. Hey man, what gives? That is definitely the recipe. It's a super simple recipe. You put the sign on top, put your trunk below, and you have a labeled trunk or chest or... Oh, wait. Crap, that's actually... I think that's where I screwed up. I don't think you can label a trunk. Nope. Labeled chests only. Alright, well that's not a huge deal. I wonder if I can split a trunk back into chests. I feel like I could. Maybe with a saw? Maybe not. You know what though? This copper one has like no durability, so maybe it's the saw's durability not allowing me to do it. Let's try it with my iron saw. Nope, I don't think that happens. I don't think it would be an axe. I could try just in case. It seems silly, but nope. 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 Okay. All right. You can't turn a trunk back into chests, but that's fine. We have plenty of storage needs in here, so I'll replace some of those baskets. Look at this. I feel like a real Voxel tuber now. I have actual labeled inventory and chests. This is a whole brand new world for me, people. You see this? Now I gotta move the inventory over, which is a little bit boring and really not that big a deal. But otherwise, it's good to go. And I'll probably bring over some of the extra stuff now just because I can. So I can bring over some of the extra ores from my house and all my extra brown coal and all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna do those boring little tasks and chores, and then hopefully I get back to you with a real big project finally, like something to do and something worth watching. Thanks for sticking with me so far. Right now, lots of little details, tidying. We had to cook the food earlier, but so it goes. It's all for a better world or my survival. So like, I guess that's about all I can ask for. Well, I got some more chores done, like charcoal, and I got that trunk put away where I want it, and all the items moved. I was hoping to start windows, but the trouble is, my brain... I put some more iron in the bloomeries, so we'll get some more iron blooms, but my brain does not want to let me proceed without working what I have, because we already have a lot, and they take a little while, even with the forge going. So... I think I'm gonna work through this, because look at this, we have a nice new forge, nice shiny forge that's mostly automated. Look at those nice inventory containers, the bloomeries going. Gotta get the corn in here and automated yet. It's just super low priority, but it's something we will do. I mean, it's in here, it's just not like in here. It's not in the gear circuit, so to speak. But yeah, now I have sort of a still slightly long, laborious process of turning these blooms into bars. But we're gonna start our iron stack, and then we'll finally work windows. I don't think we're gonna quite get to a meteoric iron hunt yet, but that's okay. I more so just have to solidify everything I've been doing. Because it took me, I put a lot of time and energy into this forge, and then the borax was such a huge loss of time. So, Yeah, the details here have gone a little neglected back home, but I'm hoping to start fixing that. Sweet, that finishes it up. We have so many iron bars ready to go. 8, 16, I think that's 21 plus 5. All right, let me get those guys silenced. And yeah, we got a bunch of iron, which is great. So now I just don't even have to worry about making bars for a little bit. 21 bars will get us far. And that took so long. I was even able to do another run of glass, and it looks like it's done because the bloomeries aren't fired. So let's see. Oh yeah, it's still hot. It just finished, but that's all right. So with this, whatever I decide to do with glass, we should definitely have enough now and extra. We definitely got enough glass. So the next thing is I gotta figure out how I want to window this place. And I should probably go into creative to do that. Alright, let's have a look. I think I like this design best. I like it better than just the single 2. I tried 2 just up the center and it was not enough window. I might just wind up wanting to square the whole thing out, but I sort of like the look of the windows like this. It almost looks like 2 anvils stacked on top of each other. But it looks, I don't know, it doesn't quite look perfect to me. I think we'll get that up in the real world in survival, and then I'll see how I feel about it from there. Alright, that should finish the windows. That wasn't too bad either. That was like 20 minutes due to some falls, placing glass the wrong way and having to break it, and just some silly stuff. But that was not bad at all. Hopefully I cut it down for you, because now this is the important part. I have my windows. And so I guess now I can judge them. I do like it. Like, this is at least quote-unquote good enough. Let me see from the outside. Okay. I don't know. I think I want to maybe try and square it. I think maybe I'll do that in creative and see how I like it. Because I just want more windowage. The couple blocks that are blocking the view, I'm not really a fan of. So maybe we'll go full. I guess it's not even a square. It's a rectangle. But hey, look at that. We got windows. So... And now if I just want to go add 4 windows per thing, that's no problem. That's super quick. All right, let's check that out. All right, I'm not sure I'm 100% sold on that either. I don't think I'm gonna have a perfect window setup for this building. Mainly because it looks so good without windows, honestly. It was sort of perfect. But I do want the windows, so I think I like this squared one better than trying to make some sort of cool pattern. I think just sticking to basics honestly looks better here. I can get them all up real quick so I can look at it. All the way across. I do like, though, like when I look through it, there's just way less cut off, and so you can see more of what's behind. Yeah, look at that. You can see way more inside, which I like. And then when you're inside, you should be able to see way more outside. All right, let's go rectangle those windows. All right, let's get out there and let's take a look at what we've created. It's snowing? Hasn't snowed much down here. Alrighty. Oh, crap. What the heck? Something's chasing me. Oh, dog. What are they called? I always remember between episodes and then I forget when I start playing. Bowtorn are easy. Can never remember the name of the freaking creepy crawly guys. Alright, well, I still want to check out the windows. Maybe I'll just go out there and smash them. And then the other thing I want to do, I think I should have enough birch to start. I want to see if I can maybe sneak in some of a second story here. I just want like a platformed floor at the top so I can get up to the roof. And I'm nearly ready for bed, but I think I can at least start that project if this guy will leave us alone. I don't hear him. I think he's gone, or he's at least not right here. Alright, I had a good idea, which is before I start this top floor, let's start some iron plates. I don't have a lot of copper, and we'll just continue with the iron lanterns. I want to make at least a couple to start so I can plop them up there, and that'll just help a little bit with having that much less of a chance of drifters and stuff spawning up there. Because right now all the light is down here. I plan to window the floor so the light should make it upstairs, but since this doesn't count as a room, we're gonna need a lot of light so stuff doesn't spawn in here. So lanterns, and then start building the second floor. Cool. Alright, it's not quite finished. I need just a teeny bit more birch. It's sort of sad. There's like 4 squares. And I need a few more little window pieces. I did account for the outside of the building. I did not account that I was also going to make a windowed floor. That came up unexpectedly. I should have known I was going to do that, but I just didn't. So somewhere up here I'm going to put a ladder to the roof. I don't know if now is the time to worry about it. I haven't even finished the floor. But I am happy we got to start. So we got this place windowed. We got to start on the second story floor. A really good start. Look at this. It's basically done. I need to do one more run of glass. I need to go chop literally a birch tree or 2. And we'll have the materials to finish that. Oh, I like how it's looking too. Alright, I have iron going in there, so I won't be able to start glass until the next episode. So we won't be able to get that second floor done until next time, unfortunately. But we got the place windowed, we got the second floor started. I cranked out a bunch of iron bars. I feel like we got a lot done, a lot of good stuff too. Like smaller detail stuff, but still the forge is now way closer to being semi-complete than it was before. Got a bunch of iron bars there. I'm feeling good, people. Oh, these are already done. They're blooms. Okay, so I can start glass right away next episode or between episodes. I don't know. Either way, thank you for watching. I appreciate you giving me your time, and I will see you in the next one. Look at this forge, boy, with the windows now. It's all pathed out. Oh, look at this. We are coming along. We are coming along.